Across the country for a good 2.5 years, what we're seeing is that animal shelters are perpetually full, especially for dogs. Dogs are taking twice as long to get adopted and are becoming long-stay residents at most shelters. Lawrence Humane Society is not immune to that epidemic. We are also experiencing long stays for our dogs. We attribute this issue to the housing crisis and economic hardship, and we think that this problem is going to persist. With the longer stays for these dogs, a lot of times we're finding that some of them just aren't resilient to the chronic stress. And as a result, even with all the interventions that we've provided, we're asking ourselves, what more can we do? Responsibly, we cannot warehouse them and let them just be constantly in stress. What we want to do is be as humane as possible. So that really has launched a conversation among staff. What can we do that we aren't already doing that can have a bigger impact and make a difference so that we can continue to pursue a positive outcome for each of these animals? One of the things that came up in our discussion was the Mass Street Mutt program and how we could make that do more for us.
Mass Street Mutts is Lawrence Humane's Dog Day Out program. I have overseen the program for almost 3 years now. Mass Street Mutts gives these shelter pups a great break. They can go hang out in someone's backyard or take a walk down Mass. It's just a great de-stressor for them. Once they come back, they are more relaxed. They are calmer. You can always kind of tell who's been back because they're usually the ones sleeping the hardest in their kennel. In the past, Mass Street Mutts was only open to volunteers that have done extra training. There were a lot of barriers to it. We were very fortunate. We received an opportunity from VCA Charities to meet with and learn from experts that have had successful programs.
What came out of that was this vision of allowing the public to have access to these animals instead of it being limited to just fosters or volunteers. That became something that we could build a framework for and we could lean into and feel comfortable about because we knew that it had happened in other communities and there isn't any reason in an animal-loving community like Lawrence why that couldn't happen here too.
My experience with Mass Street Mutts is super positive. I get excited to come here, whether that's after work or I've had an activity. I just know that whatever dog I get that day is gonna make me smile. We're gonna have fun. I'm gonna make people happy when they see us out, and it feels like I'm helping as well. Some of the reactions that I get when I take the dogs out on Mass Street is just, there's a lot of excitement. Generally, people want to come over, talk about it. There's curiosity about the program itself because a lot of people are saying that they can't take a dog right now, but they're like, oh, that's really cool that I could go over there and take a dog for a few hours. And the dogs, I feel like they're always ready for the adventure.
The impact that we have seen from relaunching Mass Street Mutts has been even greater than we could have imagined. We have just so many pictures and contents and just great stories to share about these dogs that we all love. We're seeing dogs be able to go to foster care that have previously been harder to place.
Anna is one of our long-stay dogs. She's been with us all total over 1.5 years. And she is a great dog, but she's had some behavioral challenges that do make her a harder placement. And discussions about Anna had frankly become pretty dire. But meanwhile, she did have an opportunity to go on a Mass Street Mutts outing, and that's where she happened to meet Emma and William.
We first met Anna on a Mass Street Mutt adventure. We had seen her picture online and just thought she had a really cute face and came in with the intention of taking her out. We were met by the staff who told us that Anna's story wasn't the same as all of the other dogs at the shelter. We definitely were a little nervous about what that would look like with Anna's outing, but we trusted that she was going to have a great day. When we had first picked her up at the shelter, she kind of looked a little lost, but as soon as we brought her into a quiet environment and just gave her love, she really opened up to us. The whole day, she walked with my fiance William ahead of me and would just turn back and smile and was like, I've never been happier before in my life. And she really just let her personality shine.
Good girly, good girly.
So when we brought her back to the shelter, we learned even more about Anna's story, and she was adopted once and fostered once, and it just didn't work out and was always brought back to the shelter. And that just really broke my heart. She's such a special dog. And we just thought we would just give it a shot and bring her home and see what happened. My life and our life has truly changed for the better. I love seeing life through Anna's eyes and seeing how excited she is about everything and bringing her home with us. Bringing her home with us has just been the best decision I've ever made. She wakes up every morning, is excited to see us, and she loves wearing outfits and little hats and sitting on her balcony and being neighborhood watch. And it breaks my heart to think that if we hadn't taken her out for a Mass Street Mutt adventure, there's a chance that she wouldn't be here anymore. We couldn't be more grateful for Anna's life and what impact Mass Street Mutts is doing.
Sometimes when you're in the shelter world, you have to challenge yourself to not be so closed off to sending these animals out into the world. I think we sometimes, with the best of intention, have a tendency to love them by holding them close. But the truth is, we need to send them out into the world because that's where their future lies. And so by opening it up to any dog that's available for adoption in the building to go out with virtually any person in the community, we found out that this was actually the best way that we could advocate for them and the best way that we could love them.
This Mass Street Mutts program makes it so that anybody from like a student to an older person or just somebody who's very busy can have some dog time and, you know, also get them out there so that they have a better chance of being adopted.
I have so many big feelings about this program. We work here because we love the dogs and we love the animals. And through this program, we're able to share what we love about these dogs with the community. Sorry. I think it's kind of renewed passions of everyone here, and it's a good reminder of why we're doing this work, because we get to see the successes. And even if they're just out for a day, it's still benefiting this dog.
You know, we always thought of this program as a nice to have, but now we're realizing it's a must have, and we need more people to join in and to spread the word so that we can sustain the program and even grow it so that more animals get a chance to experience life outside the shelter and to show us who they truly are.